Hey y'all, we're the New to Bourbon guys, and we are going to be tasting some Old Forester today and telling you which ones are our favorites.
It's okay, you can feel bad for us. It's a tough job having to shoot all these videos and taste all these bourbons and tell you what we think. So we're gonna take one for the team and have a handful of Old Forester selections here. So
arguably, this is my favorite distillery. They have the most number of bourbons that I have open at my house ready to give to people when they come over.
Yeah, hopefully you guys were able to take a look at the Weller lineup that we did, which was a great show, I think.
We'll link it right here.
Yep. And so we've talked about it before. We're big turkey fans. We're big Old Forester fans. These are some of our always recommended. If you're getting into bourbon, want something really good, something on the shelf. It's not allocated, which means it's hard to find. These are always on the shelf that you can find. You can find them in sample or special packets during the holidays. They do all kinds of different things. So you've got the standard Old Forester basic 100 proof. Move into 1910, which is a 93 proof. The Bottled and Bond 100 proof, 1897. One of our really favorites, the 1920, which is 115 proof. And then this is a special 134 proof, 132 proof.
Yeah, it's high proof.
Single barrel from a local store that Jennings has picked that one up at.
And listen, that is what is in this glass right now, and it is fantastic.
So I think the best nose in bourbon personally is a Weller, usually a Weller 107 or a Weller Full Proof. That's my personal opinion. That's the best nose in bourbon. All of these Old Foresters are a very close second, especially this. Especially this.
Now, Jennings, you and I actually, I don't know if it's that exact bottle. Or
we did one of these on a Fresh Crack on a Hike.
Yeah, that was one of our, kind of around the new year of 2024, we did that. And it was good that day, and it is, I think it's even better now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, these are all very good. Now, you're drinking 1910, which is the 93. Right? Yeah, so you both poured a little bit of that. And you're drinking the high proof.
The only negative thing about these bottles is they are in a different price range than other things you've seen on our channel. These are easily found. They're always on the shelf, but they are $60+ a piece typically. That one's not.
This is about 55.
Yeah, it's 55.
I don't
and
know
that one's like
this.
29 or whatever. But anything in this Whiskey Row series, they're not cheap price-wise, but they are absolutely worth it.
Yep.
You want to blow somebody away that comes over to the house? Get you one of these, especially this.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to repeat something that we've done before, but didn't we talk about the 1910 and the 1920 as being something that would be a good starter? Like if you were building your very first bourbon bar as someone who's new to bourbon, did we mention that before? Or is that just my imagination?
I think we probably have done that. Any of the Old Forester, we've talked about these a good bit.
Yeah.
Two of our favorite kind of daily drinkers. Again, the great thing is that they're readily available. I mean, they're great bourbons that are on the shelf. You can find them just about anywhere you go. I enjoy the 1897, the Bottled and Bond.
It is good, yep.
For 100 proof. It's right, kind of fits right in the middle. Really good bourbon here. Enjoy all of these.
Every one of these is good. So if you're in my pick, in order of what you should buy first, I would buy the 1910 first.
I agree.
And then I would move to the 1920, and then I would buy the 1897 last. This is going to be really hard to find. These are only store picks, so a store has to buy an entire barrel of this to get this. So these are going to be a little bit harder to find. But these other ones are fine, easy to find.
Yeah, and that gives you the ability to go from a lower proof to higher proof, kind of see how you fit in that proof category, and then step it back down to the 100 proof and see where that fits. And it gives you the ability to kind of see in the same kind of similar flavor profile, kind of what the proof level that you like.
Right.
Again, these are Old Forester, owned by Brown-Forman, phenomenal bourbon, and some of our favorites to have on the show.
For sure.
So would you put something, this is a really high proof one. This one is around 131, 132. Is that something that you would put on ice, Bill?
I would.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
And see, I would not. When you get above like 120, no ice for me. I want to taste the nuances of that higher proof bourbon.
Well, you don't like ice in anything, really.
I like it sometimes in a mixed drink.
I struggle with something, and maybe this is something you struggle with too. It's laziness, and I just pour that in my glass and just forget about getting ice. But I will say this. I do pour some over ice, especially some that are a little bit higher proof. It is if it's one of the first bourbons that I'm going to drink in an evening or whatever for that duration. This one I haven't had on ice, and I'm referring to this particular bottle. I haven't had it on ice, but there is so much rich flavor in so many different layers, and the finish just goes on and on. I would be really afraid of what ice might do to that. I haven't tried it, so I can't say for certain. If you have, let us know in the comments, but I feel like that might mess something up there.
Yeah, I think it's personal choice. I mean, for me, because it's such a high proof.
Yeah.
I want something that's going to tone that down a little bit. If I put a Big Rock in there, it takes a little bit of that proof off. I like, and for me, having it chilled, the chill of the bourbon from the ice is what balances that. It's not that I don't want it to be watered down.
You want it to be
I
chilled.
want it chilled so that that proof is getting some cool flavor to go along with it. So I know the ice is melting in there and you're getting some liquid from it, but for me, it's really about the coolness that balances off from the heat side. So that's why
this is proof, pun intended, of personal preference, because I think that sometimes having something chilled as a result of having it over ice does affect the flavor.
I think it does.
Well, I'm not saying it doesn't affect the flavor. I know it does because the ice is going to melt and it's going to change the flavor profile. But for me, the cold to the heat. Cold. Yeah, I like the cold.
Okay,
yeah,
that's a fair point. Yeah. And that, again, it is a personal preference, and there's not one right or wrong answer to this. I think, to Bill's point, proofing something down, that if the proof is distracting from the flavor, then absolutely, yeah. And, ice isn't the only way to do that. A little tiny couple drops of water or something could potentially accomplish what you need it to accomplish. Sure. Experiment for yourself, decide how you like it. Drink it the way you want to drink it, and it's all good.
If you're going to use water, there needs to be spring water. Don't use tap water.
Right.
Tap water has chlorine and other things that you don't want in it.
I use rainwater, but
Rain Man.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
We'll try this one.
But again, we want you guys to drink these bourbons the way you enjoy it. There's really no right or wrong answer. We've said it before. If you want to mix it with Sprite or something like that,
whatever,
Mountain Dew, that's your jam. Go for it. I play around with it. I'll drink them straight. I'll drink them on ice. Just depends on what I'm doing. Sitting down watching TV at night, just chilling.
Now I'm really curious if there's anybody that has tried, as many, more than, let's say 2 or 3 of these. If you have one of them that's your favorite, let us know.
Yeah, we're missing one. The Statesman's not in here.
The Statesman, and I love the Statesman, by the way.
Do you really?
I want to say the Statesman might be a 95 proof.
It is 95.
Okay. And it's not quite high proof enough to be a mixer, at least for me, and the way I like to drink bourbon. But it's just a very pleasant, flavorful drink that, again, you can serve. I have a handful of friends who, they're not bourbon drinkers, but they enjoy it, if I pour them something. And that is one that's done well.
I wouldn't take Statesman over 1910 or 1920 though.
I wouldn't either. And the one that we're really missing here that just came out that I can't find a bottle of, if you have one, want to send me one, I'll pay for it, is the 1924. It's a 10-year-old. It just dropped, and it's
right.
Yeah, we're on the hunt. So
it's a different mash bill though from what we're finding out. So
yeah,
you either love it or hate it. People are on both sides of the fence. Like with most things bourbon, everybody's got an opinion, which is great. So that's the beauty of it.
Well, that's our thoughts on Old Forester. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for us, and come back to visit us again soon. Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.